Connection code nugget for today. So to connect with someone, you have to be vulnerable. So for you to be vulnerable, you got to believe that other person's safe, and vice versa. So the other person cannot be vulnerable with you unless they believe that you're safe. The problem is that the only way to know that person is safe is for you to be vulnerable. The only place for them to know you're safe is to be vulnerable. So it's a catch-22. You have to be vulnerable first, and then the other person can demonstrate that they're safe. But if you're not vulnerable, there's no need for them to demonstrate they're safe. There's no requirement for them to demonstrate that they're safe because you haven't been vulnerable yet. There's nothing to be safe with. So that's one of the harder things as you get into this, is realizing that you've got to be willing to be vulnerable. You don't have to do it all at once. It's not like you go from 0 to 100 all at once. You can do it step by step, but you got to learn to practice, whether it's with your spouse, kids, whoever else, friends, whatever else. You've got to learn to practice that vulnerability. Be a little bit vulnerable and then see if they're safe. And if they are safe, then you're vulnerable again. And hopefully they're doing the same thing as you're going through this process. But you can't really be vulnerable unless you think the other person's safe. So you got to believe they're safe and take a chance on it to make any of this real connection code stuff work.